Emeka moved into his late uncle's village house for the weekend, hoping for nothing more than some peace and quiet. But the old house had a very important and serious rule that everyone in the village knew: never, under any circumstances, knock on the walls after dark. Sometime around 1:13 in the deep, dark morning, as he was mindlessly scrolling through his phone, he suddenly heard a very soft, distinct tap coming from right behind the massive wooden wardrobe. Toke, toke, toke. Naturally, assuming it was just some common rodents scurrying around, Emeka hissed in annoyance and instinctively knocked back a quick, rhythmic response. Talk, talk. Immediately, the entire room was swallowed by an unsettling, absolute silence that felt heavier than the darkness itself. Then, a moment later, the silence was violently broken as something knocked back with a much more forceful and deliberate rhythm than before. Took, took, took. Just as that heavy thudding stopped, the weak little flashlight on his phone began to flicker erratically, as if struggling to stay lit against an unseen drain. Simultaneously, the temperature in the small room plummeted instantly, making the hairs on his arms stand straight up in the sudden, unnatural cold. With a slow, groaning sound that echoed through the quiet house, the heavy, old wardrobe began to creak open all by itself. Peering into the newly exposed dark space inside, Emeka could clearly see two extremely pale, almost translucent hands pressed flat against the back wall, still rhythmically knocking. But as terrifying as that sight was, the absolute worst part of the entire experience was definitely not those ghostly hands. No, the true horror was the voice that followed, a dry, ancient whisper coming from somewhere deep inside the wall itself. It chillingly warned him, "You woke me up from my rest. Now you need to move aside because I am definitely coming out."